Does the application process for joining the military, joining the British Army take too long now? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Welcome to Combat Ready HQ. I'm Craig, a former British soldier, and if you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, I'd hugely appreciate it. Back when I joined in 2006, when I was 16, fresh out of school, the application process took approximately 3 months. I am hearing today it has taken anywhere from 12 to 18 months from application in to starting phase 1 training. I remember when I joined, 15 years and 3/4 the application could go in. So on the day of 15 years and 3/4, I had the application filled out and I took it into the Armed Forces Careers Office. Handed it over. Within a month or two, I was in, spoken to, assessments, passed the assessments, went and did the assessment centre, come back and got told that you did really well, what would you like to do, sorted out what I wanted to do, and then I was in the British Army in the September. So I was in within 6 months, but I passed everything in around 3.5 months. I just had to wait for the intake at AFC Harrogate, the Army Foundation College at Harrogate, for me to start. Now it is literally taking 12 to 18 months for something that should only take 3 to 6 months. The reason behind this is possibly because of capita. I hear a lot of medicals are being rejected, people are having to appeal, they're slow at getting back to you, a whole host of problems possibly. It was much easier when you had the Armed Forces Careers Office because you could just walk in and you spoke to a serving soldier, Navy, Airman, Marine, depending on what service you were looking to join. But you went in, you spoke to them, they did the application, they sent it off, and it was done. Now you have to go online, fill in the application form, you speak to a recruit office, you can still go into some Armed Forces Careers Office, but then you have to speak to someone online and do it through email or their messaging service, and send off applications here, wait for postage to come back, and it seems a lot more difficult. My point is, yes, it takes 12 to 18 months, but do not give up. I believe and I hear the numbers are down because we're actually losing a lot of people who are already through, like part way through their application. Their application's in, they're sending docs back and forwards, they're getting rejected for most probably silly medical things that happened when they was a child 10, 15 years ago, or it's just taking too long for paperwork to come through. They're getting around 12 to 18 months in and they just give up. Yes, there is a recruitment issue. We may not get in as many people sort of signing up and joining, but we are losing too many through the application process. But just stick with it. If you really want a career in the army, if your ultimate goal is to be in the military, in the British Army, whatever it is, then just stick with it. It will be worth it. Don't go giving up just because the application process is taking too long. You will regret it. They do need to sort it out. I know this. I think there's most probably people who are in the application sort of recruitment area within the military who aren't part of capita, possibly know this, but we're signed into a contract with capita. They deal with the recruitment. My advice is honestly just stick with it, because once you're actually in, you're thoroughly going to enjoy it. You're going to get to travel, you're going to get to shoot weapons, blow things up, learn new skills, get quite a few qualifications now. You might be wanting to go into a skill or a trade, do sports. There's so many things you can do within the military. It is a pain, I know, that the process takes too long, but I would honestly just stick with it. Especially if you are younger, you're 16, 17, 18, 19, you've still got a lot of time. You can do 22 years in the army, you can still join at 21, 22, you're at the fittest stage of your life, you can go out and drink, and you can still have a really good career up to 22 years and make it as far through the ranks as you possibly can and come out of a decent pension at the end if you wanted to stay in. If not, do 4 to 6 years, have a brilliant time, and then just get out. I don't know why we've stuck with capita. It is what it is. You've just got to deal with it. We've got to deal with it. But all I can say is just stick with it. The medical issues, I know, is a massive problem. I know people are getting rejected. I get a lot of messages from people saying they've been rejected because of this. It was like a long time ago. I don't know why they're bringing it up. They have to do a full background check. It's them covering their backs. But just make sure you appeal it. I've also had people saying, I've been rejected, I've been told I can appeal, I don't know whether I should. Yeah, definitely. If the option's there to appeal and you've got evidence to say this injury, this mental health, depression, asthma, whatever it was a long time ago, I've not had it for this many years, or it was a slight mistake on the medical notes, then get the doctor to write you a letter. Send them as much evidence as you possibly can and appeal it and stick with the application. Don't give up. Honestly, I did 16 years, some of the best years of my life. I promise you it will be worth it. Don't give up on it. Stick with it. It is just a pain. I know it is. And if you do have an armed forces careers office sort of in and around your area, it's definitely worth going in there, because you've got serving personnel who know exactly what's going on and can explain to you what the British Army is doing right now, what regiments are doing. If you might even be lucky enough that you go in and the person behind the desk is doing the role that you want to do. So they might be able to give you full-on experience of what they've been doing, what they're doing now, and what they're going to be doing in the future. So first of all, if you can get down to the careers office, do it. If not, go to the British Army website and apply, and then just stick with it. Any sort of issues, I can't really help with sort of medical application process, but if you do have any questions, just send me a message. If you want any help with coaching or training, then send me a message. More than happy to help you out. Send me an email or send us a message on Instagram. But if you are sort of worried about the application as well, just send me a message. I'll see if I've got any advice I can give, or I'm just more than happy for you to just talk to me about it and we can just discuss it. But ultimately, I would say stick with it. Don't give up. Honestly, you will regret it if you give up. Just the process takes too long, but you will get in at the end of the day. We should not be losing numbers for an application process because it takes too long. It is absolutely ridiculous, I know, but it is just what it is. So stick with it. Best of luck. If you are joining, you're joining soon, you've got your dates, let me know how it's going, how you get on. I'm always interested to hear how you get on. But thank you for watching. Please, if you could like, share and subscribe, head over to combatreadyhq.co.uk and sign up to emailing list. Receive our weekly free email and any sort of product releases. I'd hugely appreciate it, and you get loads of free information each week on military, fitness, joining, what's going on in the world, updates on videos, etc. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.